Hello and welcome to this video for Blackboard Learn. Today we're going to take a look at the Grade Center and specifically schemas. So when you're in the Blackboard Grade Center and you start having letter grades appear, you're going to have to use schemas to do so. So for example, we have this column for test 1 and you're going to notice it's feeding in an A-. Now I didn't type that A- in there, I actually gave them a score. So if I highlight or click this top column header, you'll notice that the grade information bar states that that test is worth 100 points. So if I clicked into that cell, delete the A-, and let's put in a 50 and hit enter. It's going to automatically put an F into that cell. So it's actually retaining the score that was taken for that test, it's just displaying a letter equivalent. So let's show you how to set that up. I'm going to actually go in here, change that back to like an 80 just to show you that it is actually bringing other letters in there. Alright, so how we can do this is we are going to alter a schema or create a brand new schema. And where you do that is under the Manage button, you'll go to Grading Schemas. Once you're in there, you're going to notice that there's already one called CSUP Letter Schema. We've already set that up based off the current catalog. Now you can just generate your own by hitting the Create Grading Schema button, or you can edit their current schema. So we're going to go ahead and edit this schema since it already has most of the information we need. So I'm going to click the drop down and hit Edit. Here we go. We could give it a different title if we'd like. We can just even call it Letter Grade. Maybe that will give it a little bit better explanation as to what it is. And then we'll go down and we're going to adjust our schema to fit what we want it to fit. So in this particular class, I have on the syllabus that they're only going to get A through F. There's going to be no plus or minus on any of the grades. So what we want to do is remove all the columns that have some sort of minus or plus. So I'll hit the Delete Row button on all of those particular columns. And now we need to put the percentage range that will equal the letter grade. So 94 is a little high. We want to start at 90. Go down 80, 70, 60. And how to read this is anything from 90 to 100% will be an A. Anything less than 90% will be taken down all the way down to 80 will be B, and so on down the list. Now on this right hand side, it's going to ask you for a percentage, and what that's doing is if you are giving just a letter grade into your cell, it's going to give you some sort of percentage that it will be equal to. Now this one might not be used ever, but you still have to have a will calculate as column in there, and you'll have to put in some values. The most typical way to circumvent any errors is just to go the midway point between whatever your ranges are on the left. So I've already have that set in there, and you get that. But once you hit submit, your new schema will be a part of your Blackboard. So let's go back into the Grade Center. You're going to notice that this B now no longer has a minus on it. Now let me show you how you can go and apply that. So for example, we have assignment 1. This one has an 86. And that's how the student would see it, as an 86 score out of 100 points possible. So you could go down to the drop down arrow, edit the column information, scroll down to Primary Display, and then select Letter Grade. Now just as a side note, we've talked about this before, the secondary display also shows you something else that is pertaining to this grade, but the students will never see it. But maybe for you, you did want to see the score that they got and the letter grade equivalent so that the students would know what they achieved. Now once I hit submit, you're going to notice that the grade equivalent gets loaded in there, and off on the side you can see still what that score was for that particular assignment. Again, students will not see the score off to the right. So that concludes this video on Grade Center schemas in Blackboard.